going on YouTube, social media world? It's your boy AnonymousBased, and I'm biggity back with a new reaction video. This time I'm here with something new from It's Complicated. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section. So we are here with something brand new from It's Complicated, man. Shout out to you, my brother. And the name of this video is called Looks versus Money. Rules of Modern Dating and Understanding Women from It's Complicated. Alright? Let's go ahead and get into it.
Because I'm going to get something out of it, you know? Either I'm going to believe this lie, I'm going to get some good, or I'm going to play dumb, get a shopping spree when I wake up. Like, life is going to go good for me after you tell this dumbass lie, you know? I'm about to do you in right after this, you know?
Oh, really?
How do you plan on keeping men interested in you once your looks begin to fade?
Oh, me? Oh, because me, I have a good heart. Like, if I have a good heart, believe it or not. I am down to earth.
Okay.
Why is it considered rude to ask a woman her age or her weight?
Mickey Mouse asked Minnie her weight, and he almost got slapped.
Why do women stress over these issues, and what does that say about her deeper sense of self-worth?
They need to take a trip to Disneyland.
Why are men expected to be confident by women who seem so insecure?
Mickey Mouse doesn't want to answer that question.
Do you think it's equally rude to ask a man how much money he makes?
Yes.
Why?
Mickey Mouse has a lot in the bank.
I wouldn't go up to a guy and ask him like that kind of information. I don't know. I find that weird.
Why do women tend to stress over these issues, and what does that say about her deeper sense of self-worth?
I think women stress about these insecurities and stuff because all over the internet we're told we have to be a specific way and look a certain way, and I don't know.
Hold on, ma'am. That's where I gotta stop you. 'Cause I got a question. You just said that all over the internet you're told to be a certain way and dress a certain way, right? Well, here's my question to you, madam. Who is it that's telling you to do these things? Because I will argue that it's not us. We're not online telling you to shop at Fashion Nova, telling you to do this, telling you to drink Bang energy drinks. We're not telling you to twerk on the internet. We're not telling y'all to be thoughts and walk around half naked on the Las Vegas Strip. We're not telling y'all to be strippers and prostitutes, and we're not telling you to get on here and do OnlyFans and all this other craziness. The men are not telling you this. Alright? So when you talk about all over the internet, we're seeing this and this and that, who is telling you? Men are not telling you to put on makeup. Men are not telling you to go and get extensions in your hair. Men are not telling you to go get fake nails. Men are not telling you to go get fake eyelashes. Men are not telling you to put on waist trainers. Men are not telling you to do any of these crazy things that you're doing. So with all due respect, ma'am, don't even think of trying to put that on us. You say all over the internet, okay, cool, you try to play it safe. But don't even try to put that on us, man. Because we're not telling you that. But I digress.
I feel like that.
Want to know the most common mistake men make when approaching women?
Nope.
Like that just makes us more insecure about how we feel about ourselves.
Why are men expected to be confident by women who seem so insecure?
I couldn't answer that one.
Do you think it's equally rude to ask a man how much money he makes?
Yes, absolutely.
Why do men stress over becoming successful, and what does that say about his deeper sense of self-worth?
I feel like in this generation of world, men are told they have to have no feeling and be told to do more and are expected more of, I guess.
Well, as a man and being a leader, being the head of everything, you're supposed to be that confidence. You're supposed to show her what confidence looks like. And with you being able to do so, you're going to be able to develop her if she's somebody that wants to be developed and having confidence herself.
Do you think it's equally rude to ask a man how much money he makes?
I believe that money shouldn't be the important topic, especially when first getting to know somebody, because money can be made. The most important thing is getting to know the
If
individual.
only reality operated that
Why do
way.
men tend to stress over becoming successful, and what does that say about his deeper sense of self-worth?
Well, men, I would say males, tend to do that because they lack something within self, so they feel as if everything that they need to obtain is outside of them in order to not only impress themselves, but impress women as well.
If you had to choose, would you rather be desired for your body or your finances?
Finances.
Really? Because they gonna steal all your money.
Why is that?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I just feel like I'd rather have money than have the looks.
This is very interesting because what we're seeing now is that when you put women in a man's position of having the finances, now all of a sudden they become aware of vultures and leeches that are lurking in the midst. But when it's them, they expect you to just wine and dine them and be frivolous with your finances when it comes to them. But then when it comes to their money, now all of a sudden, oh, no, I'm not trying to get used for my money. But then they'll hit you with the, oh, but you're a man, so you're supposed to provide. But then they'll turn around and say, oh, it's 2022. This isn't the 1950s anymore. You want traditional benefits that come from men while simultaneously absolving yourselves of traditional attributes of being women. Can't have it both ways, ladies. But anyways, I digress.
I'd rather have money than the looks too, but if somebody wants me for my finances, they're gonna take it all. At least my looks, like, they can't take it from me.
Okay. Why do so many women prefer to show off their bodies rather than their finances?
Probably because they don't want it taken from them. And nobody can take your looks from you for the most part. Somebody can definitely steal your money, especially if you love them.
But don't women kind of resent being used for their bodies?
Yeah, absolutely. And men resent being used for their money.
Okay, so how do we fix that?
I guess. It's honestly a great question. It's something that I've struggled. Why are you letting me answer all of these?
If you had to choose,
Don't try to
would
deflect.
you rather be desired for your body or your finances?
My body,
Why?
because I would like to be a gym rat.
Why do so many women prefer to show off their bodies rather than their finances?
Because they know what draws attention, their body.
Okay, aren't women objectifying themselves when they do that?
Of course.
So why do women condemn in men the very thing that they benefit from when sex is typically what they use to empower themselves?
Because sex sells.
So why do they complain about being sexually objectified when sex sells?
Because they like the attention. They like the dispute.
Okay, doesn't that make them hypocrites?
Of course.
Women run the world. Let's get that straight. We run the world. That's why
Stop
it's
the
important.
cap.
So then why are so
No,
many
you
women
don't.
complaining about how hard it is to be a woman in our society if they...
Because they're bitches. They're not getting no good dick. They don't have a man taking care of them or a good paying job. One of those. One out of the three. Either they're not getting good dick, they don't have a good paying job, or they don't have a good man providing for them. One of the three.
Does a woman's dating options increase or decrease with age?
It depends
On what?
how she take care of herself.
Okay.
Stop the cap.
But in general, do you think that overall women's dating options increase or decrease with age?
Increase.
Increase? Yeah. So you think that more men are looking for older women as opposed to young baddies?
No, they look for young women.
So
Young
basically,
baddies.
okay, so wouldn't that say that women's dating options often decrease with age?
Yeah.
Decrease, I would say. Yeah, definitely decrease. The more disappointed we get, the more we don't want to date.
So why do women's standards often increase as their options decrease?
I think after her looks aren't a thing anymore, she probably starts to value other parts of herself. And probably more than what her looks were offering before anyway.
Why does that usually happen
We don't be
after
caring
the
about
looks
that,
fade?
though.
Why can't it happen before?
That's a great question. Part of me wants to blame like the media and the importance that they put on somebody's looks, especially young women. But honestly, I think it's just that more of a household conversation that needs to happen with women, with girls, with daughters, with, ladies.
How do you think women should keep...
Hold on. Let me rewind back to something she said. Hold on.
But honestly, I think it's just more of a household conversation.
Happen after the looks fade? Why can't it happen before?
That's a great question. Part of me wants to blame like the media and the importance that they put on somebody's looks, especially.
Hold on, ma'am. I gotta stop you. You're trying to blame the media for why there's so much emphasis on a woman's looks, right? Here's the reality. Men are biologically hardwired to be attracted to physical beauty. All men have this characteristics, at least all the straight men, right? And even gay men value looks to a degree. Not the same way that straight men do, but you get the point. Now to blame the media for that, for something that's been around since the beginning of time, is not only asinine, but it doesn't make any sense. That's avoiding accountability in its finest form. Because men were attracted to beauty long before there was ever a media. So that alone defeats your argument.
Stop the cap.
Another thing, if you want to blame media, then why do they have shows like Toddlers and Tiaras that take 3, 4, and 5-year-olds and puts them in bikinis and makeup? Where the parents are trying to benefit off their child's looks from a very early age and get those children obsessed with vanity. What do you say about that? Oh, that's what I thought.
Especially young women. But honestly, I think it's just more of a household conversation that needs to happen with women, with girls, with daughters, with, ladies.
How do you think women should keep men interested when their looks begin to fade?
Uh-oh.
Wear more sexier clothes and do more freaky shit.
Is it fair to say that women are attracted to men with status and high social value?
I would say yeah.
Don't lie.
Does that make them opportunists?
Yeah, and yeah.
Does this make them opportunists?
A little bit, yeah. Kind of does make them opportunists. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Okay, why is it acceptable for that behavior, but is often frowned upon when an older man takes on a young trophy wife?
See, I wouldn't say it is acceptable because, although it does happen, I personally wouldn't say it's acceptable. I don't think it's fair.
Hold on. You just sat there and said that you think that that's unacceptable, but here's the reality. If a rich older guy offered to take care of you and fully provide for you and you didn't have to work and all you had to do was look good and be pretty, you mean to tell me that you wouldn't take that deal? Ma'am, with all due respect,
Stop the cap.
I swear, bro.
No bullshit, bro.
I swear.
Do you see any difference between the party girl who uses her early 20s to sleep with lots of alpha males and the mid-30s player guy who sleeps with lots of young, beautiful women?
I feel attacked, but...
The reason why that's frowned upon is because society's very hypocritical, and with them being hypocritical, if they see an older gentleman who was able to catch a young lady who has an interest in an older man, they feel as if, at least I believe, why couldn't I be in that position at my age, and who knows the type of life that this older individual is living now when it comes to this specific lady.
That's a good
If you
point.
had to choose, would you rather be desired for your body or your finances?
Finances, absolutely.
Why?
Uh-oh.
Because financially, I already made it bigger. My body has nothing to do with my status in a way. If I've made it financially, I feel like I made it in life,
Why do so many women prefer to show off their bodies rather than their finances?
Shit, I don't know.
Gotcha, bitch.
I think it's easier to show off your body,
Than how much you make.
Yeah.
Are those women
men don't care
objectifying
about that.
themselves?
No.
Why not?
I mean, God
Stop
gave
the
you your
cap.
body. You should be
able
allowed
to
to
flaunt,
show it. Yeah.
When a woman decides to give a man a shot, is there a window of time for him to close the deal before she gets bored?
Absolutely.
So timing is important?
Timing is very important. Timing is everything.
Are young women aware that they will have peak years of beauty, fertility, and dating options, but will lose influence over men as they age?
To a degree, yes, because a lot of them, even though they say women mature faster than men, a lot of them just don't have that understanding as of yet. So in the process of becoming older, it starts to kick in even more. But at the younger years, not really.
So why do women often choose to wait for romance and focus on their career when their own window of time is the most limited?
Because they feel like again, I'm going to the word feeling. They feel as if they've been in situations to where they have been done wrong, they look at the majority of individuals that are men in the world as they're going to do them wrong too. So I might as well focus on self and, you know, get a degree or get a career, whatever the case may be.
Do you think if young women became more aware of their window of time, their life priorities would change?
Absolutely.
How?
It'll change by understanding that you're not going to be fine as a motherfucker forever, unless that's just in your genetic nature. So be more open.
I don't trust a lot of people. So if I'm going to end up alone, it's because of me, because I don't trust people.
I agree. I think I would piggyback off of that too. Like, I think about it often, actually. I personally say I'll never get married, I'll never have kids, but I'm okay with that too. You know, like, I feel like I should be free, but maybe the time will come.
If women are smarter than men, why do they keep believing men's lies and opening their legs?
Sometimes you don't believe him. You know it's a lie, but you still want some dick. But he's gonna have like repercussions for that. Like me, my favorite saying is like, hit a man where it hurts him, in his pockets, you know? So like, yes, we're gonna have sex, but today a nail gonna break, I'm gonna need my nails done, a toe chip purposely.
The name Vegamore comes from vegan and amor, it's love. Love for life, love for yourself, the environment.
Yeah,
I kicked something, now I need my toe fixed. I want to eat Benihana's today, not Taco Bell. Like, you know, and just once I want to do this.
You strong and independent though. So if you want all that, y'all walk around all day talking about, oh, I do this for me. I do this for me. I get my hair done, I get my nails done, I wear my makeup for me. We don't care about what y'all men think. Okay, if that's the case, then why don't you buy your own Benihanas and get your own toe fixed and get your own nails done? Why do I gotta pay for that? You strong and independent and got your own money, but then you still want to reap the benefits of a traditional man? Nah, man, we ain't doing that. Sorry.
Stop the cap.
This, do that, then that. Like, it's gonna just hurt him in his pockets instead of that lie he told me earlier, you know? Like, damn. So either way, he's gonna pay for it. She dumb if she believe it. Like, I don't really know what to say about that one. But me, I believe stuff too, but under.
You literally just contradicting yourself,
you know?
man.
Either I'm gonna believe this lie, I'm gonna get some good dick, or I'm gonna play dumb, get a shopping spree when I wake up. Like, life is gonna go good for me after you tell this dumbass lie. You know, I'm about to do you in right after this. You know.
How do you plan on keeping men interested in you once your looks begin to fade?
Cause me, I have a good heart. Like, if I have a good heart, believe it or not, I am down to earth. If I do love a man, those are certain men I do that way. You lie to me, then I gotta get you where it hurts. But I'm a good woman. Like, I encourage my man. I ride for my man. I don't need his money. I come with my own. I appreciate his. You know, maybe if he's short, which none of my men have never been, maybe I got a little twin.
Man, see how she just lied and contradicted herself? Look, when you let these modern women talk long enough, they expose and tell them themselves all the time. It never fails, man. Not even 2 minutes ago, she just said that if she hooks up with a dude, she's going to take him for everything he's got, or something to that degree. She's going to try to get something out of him, right? Oh, I'm going to get you to take me out, or I want Benihanas, or you got to get my feet done, or you got to get my nails done, or you got to do my hair, and then turn around not even 2 minutes later, oh, well, you know, when it comes to a man, I don't need his money, I bring my own, blah, 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 blah. It's the same cap that these women say all the time. They say all the buzzwords, they got all the terms memorized. It's at the point where we already know what you're going to say before you say it. You say one thing, but your actions are always something else. So stop telling us about your money. Stop telling us about all that stuff that we don't care about, because we already understand that at the end of the day, if we ain't bringing something to the table, you ain't going to deal with us, period. We already know what it is. So stop trying to fluff it up to make it sound like you have this high moral compass when you really don't. Like we don't, like men, we don't gotta fake all that. We're honest about what we do and why we do it. But y'all, on the other hand,
Stop the cap.
20 for you or something, God forbid, but I'm just a good woman. I mean, I pray for my man, you know? I pray for his mama too. It don't get no better than that.
Stop the cap.
How do you plan on keeping men interested in you when your looks begin to fade?
uh-oh.
Hopefully I'm a compassionate enough person. That's what I've been that's what I've been working on for the past, so far of my life. I feel like I at least have, aside from being blessed with my mother's good looks, like I'm decently intelligent and I can hold a good conversation and I am a very compassionate person. So at the moment I'm just hoping that rides me through the rest of my life.
And do you think that a woman's dating options increase or decrease with age?
Decrease, definitely. I mean, I'm 23 right now and I still like look at guys and I'm like, if a 19-year-old walks in front of him, I'm fucked.
What's the definition of a cougar?
Older women that look sexy as hell.
Okay, is it true that cougars have to work harder to attract men because they are less desirable?
No, they don't have to work harder. It just depends on how attractive they are.
Don't cougars typically approach men and buy them drinks?
Yes, facts.
So isn't that working harder than younger women?
Yep.
Most younger women don't do that.
Some women just know what they want.
Have you ever considered the possibility that you might end up a lonely old cat lady?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Not bad.
I've gotten this far, man. I don't have a cat, but I got this far.
What's the difference between a lonely old cat lady and a young man who's short, fat, and broke?
He doesn't have a cat.
Nobody want him.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Nobody wants
I've
them.
come to accept it, to be honest.
Maybe not cats, but maybe dogs.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a lonely old cat lady and a young man who's short, fat, and broke?
What's the difference?
That man got potential and he got time.
He do.
I mean, aren't they both involuntarily celibate?
Yeah, nobody wants them.
Against their own will, yes.
The young cat lady or the old cat lady is someone who's just tired of people's shit, and then the guy who's lower status, not anywhere.
Stop the cap.
He's just really insecure and is not trying to step up the plate at all.
Aren't they both involuntarily celibate?
Depends. The man for sure. The woman, she can, do whatever she wants.
So you think that the cat lady is basically single by choice?
Pretty much.
Why do people assume there's something wrong with a person who can't attract a partner?
I don't know. I guess it's because it's like a person's like innate instinct. Like that's our purpose is to reproduce. But at the same time, like I don't understand why people look down upon those who like either are celibate by choice or even not by choice. Like even those who are celibate by choice, people give them a lot of shit, and I'm like, why? Okay. It's none of your business.
Okay. And lastly, does a person's body count matter in dating?
No.
If it doesn't matter, can you tell us your body count?
Woo! That's a good one.
So then can we conclude that it does matter?
Nah, it don't matter.
Well, then tell us your body count.
I don't know. That's
So
bad.
can we conclude that it does matter?
It don't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
But it does matter.
All right.
I personally don't want somebody that anybody can have, because if I'm gonna hold myself accountable and not let anyone have access to me, what's fair in having someone that anyone can have access to?
Yeah.
Here we go. The fatal flaw in the modern woman's logic. They continuously try to think that men and women are the same. The difference is the guys that all the women want are the ones that have the high body counts, knocking these chicks down, and these women try to line up to see if they can be the one to get him to change his ways. Whereas on the flip side, men want a guy that men want a woman that either has no bodies or the least amount as possible. We have opposite games. We're looking at, man, she hasn't been with nobody. Well, let me try to be the first one to get it. Whereas on the flip side, women compete to try to change a man and get him to settle down. Where with us, we try to be the first one to really lock it in. And try to be one of the first few that actually gets the body or whatever. Like, we want a girl that has the lowest amount of bodies as possible, so we can say that we found a diamond in the rough. Whereas on the flip side, women want to try to get the player guy to change his ways and get him to be monogamous. So we don't play the same game. So the fact that these women keep thinking that men and women are the same is crazy to me. But whatever.
So do you think it matters or it doesn't matter?
Yeah, it can.
You think it can matter? So, do you think it matters more for men or for women? Or equal?
It matters to men more, for sure, what the girl's body type.
Why do you think so?
Because something about a master key and all the locks. I don't know.
I think the expression goes, a key that can open up any lock is a master key, but a lock that can be opened up by 50 keys is a shitty lock.
All right, okay, man. Shout out to It's Complicated for coming through with the fire video called Looks versus Money. All right, so first impressions of me watching this for the first time. Yeah, this was definitely a yet another fire compilation of street interviews. That's some very interesting, thought-provoking questions. But with this particular panel, we got a lot more engagement. They didn't really get stumped as much as they normally do. So I think with this panel, even though it's kind of a diverse group, a more diverse group, and you can tell by the different people. I didn't see any septum piercings, so hey, shout out to that. I didn't see any septum piercings this round, so hey, shout out to y'all that didn't have the septum piercings. But from what I was able to gather on this one, you can tell that these people are being honest and forthcoming, and for the most part, at least the women understand reality of how things are to a degree. Now you had that one chick that was, I ride for my man and this and that. Cap. She probably got a kid with a crazy baby daddy that don't want to do nothing. I don't be believing chicks like that. I ride for my man and I'm this and that. If a woman got to say all that, she ain't really doing it. Because if that was the case, she would have been happy to talk about her relationship. But you notice that she didn't mention her relationship. But anyway, I'm going to just move past that. Overall, I think the video was great. I love the way he poses his questions. I love that he engages in good civil dialogues and discourse when it comes to relationships and dating, because it lets other parts of the world see just how Americans think in general, and it gives you a good sense of what really goes into the inner workings of how mating and dating works. And the more you get involved in intersexual dynamics, the more you understand that men and women are completely different. There's nothing about us that's the same. We have two completely different mating strategies. We play two completely different games, and we both have a commodity that the other one is seeking. So it's almost like a game of capture the flag or something like that, where it's like I have this flag which is commitment and security, and then the women have their flag which is sexual exclusivity. So we're both competing to try to capture one and make it back to our base without losing. Does that make any sense? So it's like men want to be able to get that sexual exclusivity without having to give up their commitment and security for it. Whereas women, they want to try to snag that security and that commitment and try to make it back to their base without necessarily giving up the sexual exclusivity. So we play two completely different games. But again, very great video. I love his topics. I love your content, bro. As long as you keep on putting out content, I'm going to keep delivering my perspective, shedding light to your content on my platform as well. Even though my platform is significantly smaller than yours, still got to show you love and keep on bigging you up, man, and keep on shouting you out, bro. So with that being said, that's pretty much my reaction, man. So if you like the video, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in the comment section, man. It's your boy AnonymousBased. Peace.